I'm gonna do this video maybe to help somebody out that's trying to convert their throttle body injected motor to carbureted. Now it might be common knowledge, everything I'm about to tell you, but to be honest with you, I looked and I couldn't find anything on it. So I'm gonna make it as simple as I can because that's the way I like to do things. Make it as easy as possible for myself, and if it works, I'll pass on the information so you guys can use it as well. This is a throttle body injected motor, like I mentioned. It's for Chevy, and I bought it off of OfferUp. I'm gonna put it in my brother's. Well, we're gonna put it in my brother's '94 Silverado OBS, and we just want to get it back on the road. So we're gonna try this motor out. But before we go through all the work of doing that, I want to make sure that it runs. It runs really good on the stand. I'm gonna first fire it up, and if it runs, then I'll go the next step to put the radiator and everything on it, and we'll let it run and make sure the heads ain't cracked or nothing like that. It doesn't overheat, lose oil, whatever. We'll change whatever gaskets we need to change. And they do sell adapters where you could put a 2-barrel carburetor on top of the intake, and I didn't want to take it off at first, but then I saw that they had put some silicone right here, so it was leaking. So well, I'm gonna have to replace it anyways. And as when I did that, I took off the intake, and I realized that the intake with these heads, you can use any Edelbrock intake for a small block Chevy, going all the way back to like 65 or something like that. So anyways, I ordered the gaskets, and I'm gonna try that out, just so that way make it easier for somebody else. You can pick up the Edelbrock intakes on OfferUp nowadays for under $100. So anyways, let me show you. This is oh, another cool thing about this block, it's a 880 block, right? And I didn't know, but I looked into it, and I guess people like them because they're already set up for roller cam, and I'll show you that right now. I'm not going to do any of that. We're just going to put it in this truck as stock, and we're just going to run it. But first, we got to make sure it does run. Let me take this off. See, this is why these motors are good for people that like to actually build the motors for more horsepower. I guess they're already drilled and tapped right here for your roller rockers or roller whatever. I don't know. That's not what I do, but they're already there. So even if it doesn't work, we'll still get our $300 back, because that's what I paid for it. And I bought it on a handshake, and I took the guy's word. So anyways, back to the whole throttle body carburetor swap. These are both Edelbrock intakes, and they're old as dirt. This one was on a 64, my brother's 64 Impala, which actually had a 283 out of a 62 Impala. So it goes even back further than what they're saying. And here's the intake that I took off just now. And as you can see, if I flip it over, flip that one over, they're exactly the same. So here's the gaskets. These intake gaskets came off of this motor. And if I put them on, let me see how they go. See how they go? They line up. Those go on this motor, on this intake and motor. So anyways, here's the old school Edelbrock. And they line up as well. So get the spider out of here. So it's cleaned up, and it lines up pretty good. Let me put it on there for you guys. See, there you go. So now you can put up all your carburetor stuff to it, and it'll work. First, I'm telling you guys about how to do it, and then I'm going to do it, and once it runs and everything, I'll do another video and re-explain everything again. I do have to use the HEI distributor on here, of course, a carburetor, and then for the pump, this one, that's another cool thing that they like about these 880 motors, is that you can see it already has the hole for the manual fuel pump. I just bought this right here. Where'd it go? Oh, let me find it. This is the push rod for the manual fuel pump. That's the number. It's a Dorman. I think it was like maybe $11 on Amazon. There it is. And it just goes in there, and I'm gonna put this fuel pump that I had sitting in a bucket of water and tranny fluid, but I'm sure it's still fine. Good enough to find out if it works. And this is the Felpro gasket kit. And when I ordered it on Amazon, that's where I got the 1965 from, because it said 1965 to like 1993 or something crazy, or 4 or something like that. Now, if you have one of these motors, TBI motors that have the Vortex heads, then you do have to get a different intake, or you could use the adapter like I was telling you on the throttle body injection intake. But this is by far the easiest way. And like I mentioned, this might be common information or whatever, but I've been looking at this for a week and I couldn't find nothing on it, just except those damn adapters and expensive intakes. It made it sound like you had to buy a special Edelbrock for these type of heads, but you don't. But anyways, I'm gonna try to get it running. I gotta pick up some stuff from my brother, like the flywheel, the starter, and a couple of other things. I haven't tried the exhaust, but I'm gonna try I have some off my 68 Camaro, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna fit. I don't see why they wouldn't. And then we'll go from there. Let me try these ones. Let me try these intakes off this Corvette I have up here. I mean exhaust manifolds. I kept saying exhaust intakes. So let me try these exhaust manifolds, and if they fit, then the ones on my Camaro will fit, because they're pretty much the same. There's brackets in the way. Brackets in the way. Let me try the other side. I can't get over there. Anyways, I'm gonna try these, but I think I'm gonna put the ones from my Camaro, because they're actual manifolds and I have the exhaust coming out of them. Anyways, I'm rambling now, but I'll let you guys know if it works out. Tomorrow I'll do another video. Thank you for watching.